so thank you for proving me 100% correct. Jaffa won the bound $4.99. Jesus Christ, Blake, are you trying to do an impression of Ron Howard with a peach fuzz on your face, or are you trying to look tough for the gay cruise? Did you guys not notice that I've had this for like 8 months? Just asking for a friend. Your powers of observation have failed you, just like your penis. Give my regards to your wife. Messing with you. To Simon Templar, 99 cents with no comment. Pancho Villa, $5. Gotta say thanks to Pops. I can't eat Pringles anymore or drink from straws.
Shit's in one Pringle can.
Or drink from straws. Well, there are some things
They
that
never
are
let
just...
you live it down.
Well, no, there are some things that are so legendary that they rewrite your
All right, so
and you can't look at.
Welcome to the stream, guys. What's up? I'm just doing this. I gotta do this for moral support. You know, the emotions of the situation are really, really getting to me. I don't want to just bore you guys, but I feel like, hey, it's a little bit of good data, and if I can communicate some good data, it definitely helps me to alleviate my stress. So first of all, so some of the symptoms that I've actually experienced, you know, I've had to live with them for probably the past 5 years, and if you have it, as I say that, I kind of keep like, what do I say? The difficult thing about thinking when you're in this kind of literal fog of war is you can't think, and you can hear it either in my voice or, you know, stuff pops up in your head, and it makes it really difficult for you to formulate a good stratagem, or maybe not a good stratagem. It's a more of a case of, in these situations, you know what to do, but it's a lot like pushing a car. Like, think about how of a bitch that would be if you had to push a car every single time by yourself. Like, somehow you knew in the future, you're like, okay, you know, you're signing all the documents, you know, okay, this is your car now, you give the handshake, and you're like, you know, somehow, what if you knew somehow every single time that car broke down, you would, wherever you were, you had to push it there yourself. Like, somehow you couldn't call you can't call a tow company that takes, let's say that takes too much money, or the tow companies won't help you. And that's the kind of situation that's the situation I'm in, where it's like, nobody wants to help me because, and when I say nobody wants to help me, I just mean that they have, people have indifference. Let me just say a phrase that I came up with the other day that helped me to really understand. You know what? Let me mute this so that there's, and then play. Okay, this guy. Yeah, thank you. Nope. There. All right, just so that there's some activity going. We're watching Terrence. I'm watching Terrence Pop anyway. It's like, if I'm watching Terrence Pop, you watch Terrence Pop. So, let me go to something. I actually wanted to watch, but I'll just keep it in the background so that, so that there's something going on while I'm blibbity blabbity. Damn, I can never get the camera centered correctly. There's always just this little peripheral, like right where the little stick ends. There's like a good degree of space. Yeah, it just aesthetically it bothers me. But anyway, I apologize for forgetting where I left off exactly. But so let's talk about the impact. It's gonna have an impact on your body like it has on mine. Cortisol is the reason why you get fat when you're stressed is, of course, because of cortisol. But you need to remember that even if that is the literal truth, you're gonna have to go to a doctor to say, yes, the stress that your body is responding to some exterior stress in your life. It's definitely not you. It's most likely environmental. You'll need a doctor to be able to protect you from someone stealing that from you, because they see it as an excuse. That was the phrase. The phrase is your struggle is not enviable. We look at celebrities and we're like, oh, how like us they are. I've struggled in the exact same way. Oh, they're such a strong soul. I'm going to be strong like they are. And then they get to cheaply emulate, people of that personality sort and disposition will do that because they cheaply emulate. They see themselves as that celebrity very narcissistically. Nothing wrong with, we have it through the history of comic books. The kids like me, sitting down at the time and just reading a really, really great comic book, right? And I'm wanting to be in those situations where we can uphold justice and we can uphold morality. That's my power fantasy, being able to literally smite evil. And of course, everyone wants to. Some people will try to make the subjective argument in favor of the villain, or as they would say, anti-hero. But the thing is that was the great thing about TV shows like Captain Planet. It was black and white, and it was black and white because it was a goddamn kids cartoon. We don't need fucking anti-heroes. We don't need Captain Planet fucking killing people and then going, I was molested. Because if they have a character who's, anyway, I don't want to go on that particular tangent. I don't have the, rarely, I do not have the mental stamina for it. Oh my goodness, Teddy Ruxpin, frickin' Teddy Ruxpin, man. Love me some Teddy Ruxpin. That was my number one favorite fun bear of all time. Yes, that's a really old ass phrase, but that's how I remember it being introduced. There was just, and I'm telling you guys, that's how much of an impact this had. This is probably like when I was like 3 or 4, and I've wanted one ever since. Frickin' Teddy Ruxpin. And then we get the cereal commercials. That's pretty. That's another thing, guys. I just gotta say that. I just gotta say this. The cereal commercials. Period. We don't get good commercials. I know we don't really watch. It really isn't TV anymore. Streaming services and all that. Excuse me. Ooh, my goodness. Oh, Tiny Toon Adventures. I always freaking hated Bugs Bunny and Babs Bunny. I especially hated Babs Bunny. Babs Bunny was just, to me, the biggest bitch on the planet. And I was just like, you are only here because you are a rabbit and you are a female. And they took time occasionally to show how, like what I loved about the delicious contradiction is that they would have like little like mini parts or diversions in the sketches to talk about, like, have the characters say how narcissistic they are. Like, hey, this is my contract says I get X amount of dollars. Now I understand they're flexing their rights, but the thing is that Daffy Duck and Plucky Duck, their character archetypes were always the ones that were slated to fail. Every thing that they did that was self-interested, just in the way it was with Bugs, Babs, and the other, was it Buster? Sorry, Buster. I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. Anyway, Bugs, Babs, and Buster were always allowed in the script and in the writing to act in their own self-interest. It was seen as a virtuous or a good thing, or at the very least, they were allowing them to best their foes. Now with Plucky and Daffy, they were never allowed to act in their own interest. And I think I mentioned this on the live stream last night with was it Perfecto Pro? Basically, Plucky Duck wanted to go to a different school, and you can't blame him. And they were a bunch of like elite, just crazy. Like think of a school with just Daffys and Bugs and Busters and whatnot. They're all evil. So there we go. Once again, we have the cartoonish depiction of, that's the cartoonish depiction of evil. Then you can say that there's some wiggle room for some of them, because, we are talking about cartoon after all. But when we're talking about something as linear as Evil Corporation versus Captain Planet, I think kids are gonna know that Captain Planet's pretty much the good guy, and then but corporations and blah blah. Give me a specific corporation, and is that corporation in Captain Planet? No, it's following an archetype and is demonizing the extreme of the archetype. Please shut up. You don't know anti-heroes. If that was your synopsis, and I only say it like that, but it was more of a case of hold on a second. All right, we're reconnected. Sorry about that. So anyway, just to cut to the quick, now that I've given a brief overview, he looked at what Captain Planet was doing, and he felt sympathy for the henchmen. Now I have sympathy for the henchmen, but I have the right kind of sympathy for henchmen. Why? Because I was just like, but dude, they're saying, yeah, let's pollute, da 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 da. They want to be evil. they're literally saying out loud to spell it out for you so there's no confusion. How could you like I get what you're saying, but what's giving you the idea that they're good guys within the confines of the sketch? And he's just like, oh, you nitpick everything. Now it did get a bit heated, and I'll just say that's in the final analysis, that's pretty much what was said. You're nitpicking. And that was it. I was like, oh, I guess
Playing
you
from iPad.
freaking Alexa. I guess you KO'd me there, son. You got good one. Good one. So, real quick thing, I don't know who's watching right now. I know it just says one watcher, but every time I pull up, no matter what device I'm on, what did I say? Why did I say subscriber count? I'm sorry. The viewer count is always different. By that I mean I've gotten on my live stream with a total of like 3 devices, and none of those devices register beyond like 1 or 2. So there is literally, I have to, it's like until further evidence presents itself, I'm going to have to say that there's either a tremendous glitch or a literal cap. Oh, there's that one. Now it shows up. It's like, let me show you. Now it shows up. Where are we? There we go. Now we got that one viewer. Guess it just takes YouTube a little too long to calibrate there. Damn it. Messed me up. Ugh. Get the new basketball, whatever. This is a piece of crap, but you're going to buy it because you're going to make your parents, because it will make you popular. Okay. There we go. All right. So, but the impacts it's had on my body is just, just atypical stuff, stomach ulcers. I know because of the amount of blood that's in my vomit occasionally. Now, what's good about that, guys, is all you got to do is got to get on a bone broth regimen. You got to find a way to de-stress. You need to have at least between 2 to 3, well, I'd say 8 hours. That's usually the sleep time. But if you're having fucking nightmares, guys, I'm just going to say, it's a waste of fucking time. Now, that's your brain trying to tell you how to strategize. It's trying to get you prepped for the shit that people are trying to bring to your doorstep are already doing so. But besides the stomach ulcers, what else? Loss of appetite, general dry mouth. That can also occur if you use anything like Benadryl. But how the difference is that when do those symptoms go away? When does the dry mouth go away? Well, when the medication wears off, and it's always indicated on the back. So if you have those symptoms lingering, you are stressed. One that really got me, that kind of came from behind, that I knew about but I wasn't sure about, was earwax. It started probably when I was in middle school, and every time there's a sustained stressful situation, I literally at times, one time I was working at Ralph's, and I was still living with my family, and oh my God, the stress I was under with with just some of those people, I keep saying, I apologize. Well, I was in a very stressful situation. I had my one boss that's basically kept threatening me and said, oh, well, I hired you, blah, blah, blah. And, I was, you're supposed to be looking out for me, your boss, and da-da-da. And I'm like, you put me in a situation where I have to work with these psychotic, evil jackanapes. And, one of them is like a literal, like, meth head. And you're giving her more authority than me. I'm the one that's consistent here and that doesn't smoke meth. And then after that, I'll never forget the look on his face, and I was just like, oh, and by the way, I asked you at the beginning of this conversation if I could speak candidly, and that you wouldn't go to HR or try to backstab me with any of the information you found. You verbally agreed to that, and I will make you responsible if you attempt to. Oh, we are down, fucking down. YouTube, you fucking, you bastards. You fucking bastards. Copyright on something that is fucking posted, you motherfuckers.